daughter grew up, she had a question once that, Mama, my friends' mothers, they go to work. Why don't you go to work? So I started to keep myself busy, not to think about all those things, and keep yourself busy. I started going to gym. You have to give that confidence to the interviewer. Without that, the interviewer will not have that confidence. And even if they want to give you a chance, they will not give it to you because they don't have that confidence. Sometimes you will get into that depression mode. You will see your friends, achieving milestones, and you are not doing anything.
Welcome everyone to Breakthrough Talks. This is my genuine effort to help women who wants to restart their career. I'll be bringing in women to discuss how they turn their breaks into breakthroughs so that others can learn and apply those strategies to restart their career. So let's get started and let's understand how these women turn their breaks into breakthroughs. So when I thought to start something like this, one name was very clear that I'll call her to my podcast and she'll be my first guest. So today I have invited her as I am starting the podcast journey today. And she is someone who I know for more than 2 decades. Yes, she is my childhood friend, schoolmate, working with IBM after 8 years of career gap. Let's welcome Parna Chakraborty and let's hear from her only that how she turned all those challenges into breakthrough.
Thank you for having me here. So it's an honor to be here with you, with my childhood friend. We had quite a history actually.
Yeah, quite a
Time spent during our school days. Yeah, almost our secondary sections till our 12th standard. Right? Yeah, it was amazing. Those days were like, yeah, great.
That's very right. And Panna, yes, we know each other a lot, but I would like you to introduce yourself a bit. And what are you
Sure.
doing right now?
Sure. So, as everyone knows, my name is Parna Chakraborty, and yes, I'm thrilled to share my story here with Shweta and with everyone. Education-wise, I did my MSc in IT from Madras University. After that, professionally, currently I'm working with IBM as an information developer. You can also say as a technical writer. It is almost after a 10 years gap that I joined here. I just wanted to correct you there. So yeah,
Okay.
it's 10 years gap. After that, I've joined here in IBM as a technical writer, and yes, enjoying my journey here. Amazing people to work with, and I never thought I will have so much, good vibes from all the people after such a long gap.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thrilled. And yes, personally, I love going to the gym, and I like to sing sometimes, and also I love to cook to satisfy the foodie inside me. So yeah, things I do in my free time.
That's really great to hear what you're doing right now. But what were you doing before the break?
So I started my career with credit card collections office. I was working with HSBC, domestic credit card collections. It was a hectic job, but yes, it taught me a lot about the pros and cons of credit cards and a lot of things actually. It built some kind of character as well in me. So that was my first job. I was there for almost 1.5 years. After that, I joined a backend banking profile. It was for Barclays UK. It was the backend updates and changes kind of processes. Again, it was very short lived. I worked there only for 5 months. Then I shifted to Bangalore. Here, I started working with IBM Daksh. It is not IBM India. IBM Daksh was totally different from IBM India. And there, I was working for a process called Xerox UK. And I was a customer service executive there. I spent almost 5 years there, uh, achieved a lot over there. over the period of time, I was moved to query management. Then, yeah, a lot of things happened there, unless like till my maternity break.
Okay.
So,
That was actually my next question, that what led you to that break? And
correct.
yeah, okay. So
So,
now go ahead with
till
that.
my maternity break, I was working there.
Mm-hmm. So
So
that's
it was totally different from what I do now. Actually, it was totally a
so
BPO and
yeah,
BPO kind
right.
of.
We will yeah come to that. So I would also like to know that what do you think is your biggest challenge while you were on break, your career break?
Hmm,
So it's a 10-year journey of like
correct.
that break when you were not working, right? So how was it? Were you like satisfied, and how you spent all those 10 years?
See, the first few years just went off like it just flew away because I had a newborn baby with me and I had to take care of her. And yeah, first few years were delightful. You come out of a hectic job schedule and everything, and then you are at home at your comfort zone with your baby and enjoying your time. So yeah, those
Like a
two three
picnic
years.
initially, I'll say.
Correct. So those 2 3 years are amazing. But once the time goes, once your kid is little dependent, sorry, independent of you,
Independent.
and they start going to school and they have their own friends, then you start feeling lonely because suddenly you realize that you had so much on your plate for last 2 3 years, and now suddenly there's nothing. It's just empty. So yeah, that was very difficult for me at that time over the years. Yeah, and but things kept me busy. I there were family problems. My in-laws had issues, many medical issues, so I wanted to be there with them. So
Mhm.
yeah, all those things kept me busy. But here and there, sometimes you will get into that depression mode. You will see your friends, achieving milestones, and you are not doing anything. So yeah, those things actually, some moments here
So
and there.
if you can like recall any such moment which really hit you and you thought, now I have to really start with this.
There were many moments actually. There were many.
So if
I
you would like
can't
to share.
recollect anything as of now, but yeah,
Mhm.
there were many moments like that when you hear about your promotion of your friends. People are getting into good MNCs and they are traveling abroad. So
Yeah.
yeah, all those things, and sometimes financially you want to help your husband. There's so many things. So yeah, many
True.
moments, but nothing in particular, I'll say. But
True.
everything all together, builds it up for you. One
Okay.
small thing here and there may not affect you a lot, but when it is all together with so many moments, so many things, it hits you very badly. So yeah.
Yeah, I would like to tell my viewers that Parna, she was a scholar in our class. It definitely affects you later on that we
Correct.
studied and we scored so much marks
Correct.
and we were a bright student, and where are we?
Correct.
So
So
yeah,
I used to so my friends, as you know, people know that I was always good in maths.
yes.
So my apartment friends, they caught hold of me in between all these years, and they were like, "You have to teach our kids." So yeah, I was not always idle. I was taking maths tuitions and everything for my apartment kids. Not many kids, but yeah, it kept me busy.
So utilizing all those skills
Yes,
actually.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you like cope? Like, if some you just shared that any friend you were getting promotion or
Mhm.
abroad, how you used to cope up with those things?
So see, there is nothing at that moment that I could do to I was planning to get back to work, but the circumstances were not in my favor, so I couldn't get into something immediately. So I started taking care of I started to keep myself busy, not to think about all those things, and keep yourself busy. I started going to gym. That has never ended now. I still keep going to the gym. So it helps you a lot mentally, physically. It definitely helps you a lot. So it always kept me busy. Also, as I told you, I was taking maths tuition. So yeah, that also kept me busy there. So I used to keep my mind busy so that I don't think about all those things and go into that shell where then it gets difficult to come out of the shell. So yeah,
That's so true. And yeah,
and
many
also
of the women.
utilize that time to build your network, talk to people. see what are the different opportunities. Even I didn't see anything coming in near future, but still that thing was always there in my mind that I want to get back, and let's see if there is something. Always keep talking about that. So yeah, those things kept me really. Those things were helpful for me.
Yes, definitely. And that's the point everyone should note, right? So keep networking. That's important.
Correct.
And what actually motivated you to return to work after that break? That you are
So
ready and you are now.
So my husband, my daughter, my family, everyone supported me like crazy. So my husband was always from my second year of maternity leave only. He was always behind me. Do some course, get back to work. You are, wasting your time sitting here. Just do something. You will go into depression. All
Yes.
those things were there. Then slowly, when my daughter grew up, she had a question once that, Mama, my friends' mothers, they go to work. Why don't you go to work? So that was one question that, okay, then I was like, okay, fine, I should start thinking about it. So yeah, all those things were there, and not just my husband and my daughter, even my in-laws. My father-in-law was a gem of a person. He was always supportive of me, and he always used to say, you should do something, don't sit and just go out. So yeah, that is
That's
how they
really
were
actually
supportive in my
great
life.
to hear. And that that supporting environment, that is
Correct.
something which definitely pushes us to
All the time.
do. Yeah. Okay. So you mentioned about that training and which your husband said you to pursue. So did you like undergo any training or any program, any
So
education?
when
Yeah.
I thought that I should get back to work, I
Uh-huh.
didn't want to go back to the BPO environment again, because
Mhm.
it demands shifts and it demands a lot from you. But being a mother, I wanted to be also available for my daughter whenever she needed me.
Yes.
Plus, I wanted to see if I can do something career wise.
Right.
So there are a lot of options nowadays. Actually, there are a lot of trainings available in YouTube, in Udemy. You have lot of courses available. Even institutes are helping you with professional courses like that. So
Right.
there are courses for testing. There are courses for web development. There are a lot. So I was little aware of the technical writing part. uh,
Mm-hmm.
Start of my career, I think I worked as a technical writer for 10-15 days. Then some
Okay.
things happened and I had to leave the job. I felt sick very badly and I had to leave,
Those
and
10,
then
15 days.
10-15 days
Actually, what
only.
you're doing right now.
Correct. So it was the first job that I did only for 10-15 days. But yeah, that is, I knew that there is a path called technical writing, which is good enough for women like us. And
Mhm.
uh, I have the technical background also because I did MSc in IT. So it was not very difficult for me to get
Mhm.
into technical writing. So I did that course. It's a 1 month, 1.5, and thankfully to COVID, it was an online course. So I could stay at home and finish the course accordingly. And yes, it helped me a lot. It teaches
Definitely, that managing the work and the kids and family, it's a challenge for women, right?
all the
So
time.
yeah, we cannot ignore that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So COVID was a boon that way for
Definitely.
some of us.
That's true. Yes, yes, yes. Hmm. So, okay. So let's walk us through the steps which you took, right, to start your this career journey, restart. Yeah.
Uh, Steps in the sense, yeah, you first of
What
all
are the
you
steps?
have to make your mind that you want to
Right.
the get
Yes,
back into this path
definitely. This is
again.
the first point. You need
Because
to your mindset.
correct.
If you are
Because
not prepared with that, yeah.
after that comfort zone that you are into for such a
Mhm.
long time, it gets, you feel looking at others, you want to get into that particular line again. You want to get in the corporate again or to the working class again, but then somewhere inside you are also scared that how,
How?
after so long, with such a gap, how will I start? What
Hmm.
will happen when I, and you don't want to leave your comfort zone and into get into those, take those steps. So it is very very important for you to make up your mind that you want to go ahead and start it off, because without that, even if you get into something, you will not do it with your full heart, so it will not give you any results. So that is the first thing I will say. Once
Right.
your mind is set, yes, you have to find out something that you can do as a woman, as a mother, as a you are with the family, associated with the family. It gets difficult to do certain kind of jobs. We
Correct.
cannot go for a night shift job. We cannot do. We have to think that, okay, what time and how my family will be affected, how my kids will be affected. So all those things you have to keep in mind, and then also your skills. What skills do you have, and what can you do? So accordingly, you have to find a path. That is very important.
Okay. So you said the second point, yeah, is that you need to find a job which
Job.
suits your
So,
requirement, your current
correct,
requirement right now. So
correct,
it can be a remote job, right? Or
correct,
like a hybrid kind of a job if that suits
true,
you. Hmm.
true.
Right. And
That
the
is
third point
important.
which you said is those skills. So you need to look for that also, right? A
Yes.
job which, yeah, which you
That
have.
that
Yeah, yeah, right.
with the skill sets that you have,
You
what
have.
you can do.
Hmm.
Maybe yes, for getting into a job after a gap, you will need to acquire some more skills, some new skills on top
Mhm.
of what you already have.
Right.
But yes, you have to align it accordingly. So those three things are very, very important.
Correct.
Networking is very important. Without
Networking.
that,
So
yes,
how, yeah, so you are saying that networking. Okay, so let's share a few points like how the women who are on a break can network because everything is like now cut off. How to
correct.
network? Yeah, help with this.
So I will tell you this. I was very bad when it comes to networking. Okay, I learned it from my husband.
Mm-hmm.
He grabs all the opportunities. He meets a person, he grabs that opportunity. Maybe you meet the person in a store,
Mm-hmm.
just talking there, buying something. Maybe you meet someone at the gym. Maybe in your apartment while walking down, you meet people there. You
Mm.
talk to them, not just to them. There and you build a network to one person. That is just a branch in your network. That
Correct.
branch leads to other branches. So
Mm-hmm.
that is how you have to build your network. This is very, very important. So it's not like you have to build your network at your job in your office. No, in your apartment, in your when you go for a walk in the evening, when you go to the gym, go to buy grocery, maybe parents of your kids friends, school, groups. You
Group.
can build your network anywhere. You don't There's nothing that stops you there.
That's really a bulb on that network is not something which you will find only in professional like networks or places, but should you can find it anywhere. Right? Your
And
focus should be clear. Yeah.
it doesn't have to start with a professional question and
Hmm.
things like that. Just a hi, hello, a smile at a person also builds your network. So yeah,
Hmm.
we can take that much effort, for ourselves at the end, right?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
As I like looked on your LinkedIn profile, you also did something of 3 months before you started
Yes.
with
Yes.
your IBM job. So what was
Correct.
that actually? And yeah, sure.
So, after a career gap, it is not easy to get into a job. It is not easy. I will not say it is impossible, but it is not easy. So, that time, after I did my course, I applied through all the major job portals to anything and everything that I could see, which
Mm-hmm.
talked about information development,
Okay.
technical writer,
Mhm.
creative
So
content,
any
anything.
particular like site where you applied
I
maximum LinkedIn?
LinkedIn and Naukri. Yeah,
Naukri.
mostly these two. These two
These-
help me a lot.
Okay.
So suddenly I get this call from this company, which was a very small startup.
Mm-hmm.
It used to take process U.S. mortgage
Okay.
processes and back end things.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hired uh, as a content writer
Mm-hmm.
to build their learning apps, learning
Okay.
material.
Right.
So yeah, so I had to learn the entire US mortgage process, how it works, and what are the different terms that are used.
Hmm.
It was a good learning again. Everywhere you go, you learn something. So yeah,
True.
it was a good learning. The only problem with that was it was a night shift. The timing was from evening 6 to morning 3. I accepted it because it was a work from home that time, and I just wanted to give it a start. I wanted that kickstart in my career. So I was not worried about small company, small payroll, the anything that would have come my way, I would have grabbed it. So that was the first one which came my way. So I just grabbed it and I started working there.
So, which
Uh,
means that being flexible again
yes,
is something which you need to
correct,
have, right? So,
correct.
you need to be flexible and adapt, right? So,
You cannot have that kind of mindset that no, I will start only with this, I want this much money, I want, no, that you want is not going to help at that
hmm,
point of time.
hmm,
Once you have some experience, you can always say I want this, but
right.
starting, yes, sometimes you have to compromise on few things. So
Mhm,
yeah, that is how I started working there. That was 3 months of my
mhm.
career there. Again, lot of things that I learned there. Good learning, good opportunity there as well.
Right. So as you said, that the initial hurdle which you faced was that it was night shift and you have to,
Correct.
yeah. So how you manage everything? Because that is again a challenge for women, right? So
Yeah.
manage everything,
So
and in your case, it was night shift. So how, like, were you managing it?
it is difficult. I'm telling you, night shifts are not easy. Only thing that I didn't have to go anywhere. It was just at home.
Hmm.
So evening 6 o'clock, I'll start working. I used to work till 3 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Then I would go to sleep. Then I all these 10 years of my career gap, I never had a cook at home. I used to
Hmm.
cook everything myself because I like doing that.
Hmm.
So suddenly that time, because I couldn't, there was no time for me to go ahead and do all those things, so I had to keep a cook. uh, I was little skeptical about it. My husband, my daughter, they adapted it very well. I was scared my daughter will stop eating, but then she adapted it very well. I was the one suffering with cooks cooking, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyways,
Which means that we should be open to take help.
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Always, you should be open to
Always.
take help.
Hmm.
Yes.
Right.
So I used to, the morning she used to come. I had to tell her what to cook, and again I'll go back to sleep. Nobody used to disturb me. My husband, those days even classes were online, so my daughter used to get up, take her own classes. I was never disturbed during my sleep.
Hmm.
My husband will get up, get ready, go to office. There were times that we would hardly see each other on weekdays. Weekends only we would see each other and
Hmm.
have a family time. So without their support, I wouldn't have survived those 3 months. But yeah, their help and everything, and
Hmm.
again planning. Once I will wake up from my sleep, I'll plan the entire day. Okay, these things needs to be done for home. This is
Correct.
what I have to do for office. So yeah, many
Hmm.
things.
So that pre-planning again, that is very
Pre-planning.
important. If you have
And
to manage so many tasks, you need
correct,
to pre-plan that. That is
always.
important. Yes, yes, very right. Yeah, you were saying something.
And that's it. That's it. Nothing much there.
Okay. So, okay. So, do you feel any bias from employer after like you have joined after such a big gap, a decade of gap? So, any bias from the employers?
Frankly, I was very fortunate to not get any bias or any such kind of things at my workplace. Everyone welcomed me with open heart and open
That's good.
hands. They helped me like crazy. Any small doubt, I knew I could run up to my manager and ask her whatever I wanted. My leads, my team members, everyone helped me like anything. Before you get into a job, you might face some bias there. When some recruiter is going through your resume and they see that gap, they might not even call you. So
Mm-hmm.
that is one thing which is a drawback here. This mindset is changing slowly. It will definitely change, but yeah, it will take its own time. uh,
Mm-hmm.
but once you get that call from any recruiter, you should know that they already know about the gap and still they have decided to give you a call. Grab that opportunity.
Correct.
Do your best, because it is difficult to get that call after a gap.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get that call, you know that they are not biased, because otherwise they'll not give you the call, right?
Right.
So that is how, that
So
is
getting the call actually is
well,
the most difficult.
correct.
Yeah.
That is
Mhm.
very
Okay. So, and how you answered those questions about your career gap? Like, what advice?
See, always be truthful.
Hmm.
Whatever has happened those years, always be truthful. So
Right.
I explained about how it went, what were the circumstances, how I every 2 years, 3 years I wanted to join, but then something happened, then something happened. Then also I wanted to change my profile. I didn't want to go into the BPO side. So
Right.
I was doing that course and finding out what to do. All those things take time, planning, a lot of things. So
Mhm.
always be truthful.
Right.
Lies never take you anywhere.
That's the true. That's the true. Any resources which you will advise? Any specific resource and any support system?
Support system, see, your family is your support system,
Yeah,
right?
true.
So yeah,
Without
with
doubt.
their
Yeah,
support, yes. Without their support, it's really not
becomes
possible.
difficult. Yeah.
It is kind of a struggle. Then it is a
Mhm.
fight, not just with yourself. It is a fight with your family, with everyone. Once you have that family support, it is just a fight with yourself, and they help you to overcome that.
Right.
So it is very important. Resources, yes, you have lot of resources nowadays online. Anything and everything you get it like our days when we were in school, doing some small project also used to take so much time, running around to libraries, this,
Yeah.
that, and everything. But now it is easy. You just have to open Google and ask a question, right? So
Mhm.
yeah, resources are available, not an issue there.
And so I would also like to share that I'm also conducting the 3-day break to breakthrough challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It will be happening in June only. And
Okay.
again, this is my effort to help the women who wants to
Great.
restart their career.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the thing. Okay. All right. So now, definitely, we would like to know that IBM, how that happened.
Okay, so there, my training, technical writers training,
Mhm.
and my husband's networking. So that is why I know networking is really,
It's
really,
very
really
important.
important. And from
Learning
him, I'm
networking.
learning.
Yes,
Correct, correct.
women out there.
Learning and networking. Plus, once you get that call, networking will not help you after that.
Correct.
Then you have to clear your interview on your own. So be truthful, be confident, say what you want, say what you do.
Mhm.
Just don't have to have that confidence. Talk to them with your eyes, looking into their eyes. They and thankfully my manager was really, really amazing, and I'll tell you a story there as well.
Yeah.
So after when my interview was going on, I was not aware of what is happening from my interview process.
Mhm.
So the lady who referred me is my husband's colleague's wife. And because my husband saw my effort, that I was putting so much effort into all these things, and his colleague was also like very much interested in me getting a job. And he was behind his wife that do anything but take her in your team.
Okay, so here, like that dialogue from Shah Rukh Khan's movie.
Yes.
Yeah, सारी कायनात आपको
Correct.
की कोशिश करती है, right?
True,
That's
true. So my manager was little skeptical about hiring me. So this lady who referred me, she is also a very good friend.
Mhm.
Even before I joined IBM, so she gave that confidence to my manager that no, you can hire her maybe as a beginner, but uh, you won't regret it later. So because of her and pestering her and troubling her, because of all that, somehow she hired me. Anyways, after hiring, she herself has told me that I have never regretted in my life that I hired you, because of the performance, because of everything.
right.
Also, she told me one story. She wouldn't have hired me just because this other lady was behind her.
Uh-huh.
Sh- When she was changing her profile from
Mhm.
something else to technical writing,
Mhm.
she had the same thing that was happening with me. Nobody was ready to hire her as a technical writer. But then one angel came and they gave her the chance. So she wanted to, carry it forward, give it forward. And she wanted to give me a chance. So that won't happen if you don't, you have to give that confidence to the interviewer. Without that, the interviewer will not have that confidence, and even if they want to give you a chance, they will not give it to you because they don't have that confidence you. So that is very important. During your interviews, you have to be really confident, and you have to give that confidence to the interviewer that once you join, you will do your best. That is important. So this is one thing. It's a carry forward of good deeds. That
That's
is
very,
how I
very
got
good.
it.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And how long you have been with IBM now?
2.5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, going strong.
2.5. That's really great. Okay. And would you like to share your achievements there? As you have
So
already shared the feedback, but yeah, any.
yeah, so I got my first promotion within a year of joining IBM.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Within 1.5 years, I became lead of the project that I'm leading, that I'm taking care of now. So I'm leading the entire project. I'm the single point of contact for the entire documentation for that particular project.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's a great thing because being a fresher in this particular profile and getting a lead's job in just 1.5 year, it's something that I never imagined. But yeah, that is how it's going great here. Also, I was awarded Star of the Month for December 2022. So
That's great. That's great.
yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm. So you have to be honest with your work, right?
Yes,
If you get
yes.
that, definitely.
Once you join, you have to be honest, and it that is why I said earlier, find the path that suits you, that you want
Correct.
to. If you
Yes.
don't find, if you just get into a job for the sake of it,
Mhm.
you will not be interested to do it properly, right? So
Correct.
it will affect you only later stage. So
Mhm.
yeah, I love doing this job. I am just it's very nice chilled out kind of workplace also. That also helps me. Team
Mhm.
members are really nice. So yeah, with everyone's support, you can
Yeah,
move
right.
forward.
So, but there are now many returnee programs,
Mhm.
right, with many
Yes.
organizations. So, any, yeah, anything on that? How to follow?
Uh, yes, there are lot of programs that these companies, bring sometimes, but you have to, keep looking through your LinkedIn's, your Naukri, and all the company websites. Especially start following companies that you want to join, your dream companies. That
Right.
really helps you to look into these kind of opportunities. Also, as I said, build your network, especially with HRs. They will tell
Right.
you what is going on. So that also helps a lot. Correct.
Okay.
And yes, these kind of programs are really, really good for women. Anyone who wants to join back, if I can join back after 10 years, so yeah, anyone can do it.
So, as you said, that it's difficult, but it's not
Not impossible.
possible. Yeah. So, what advice would you give to other women who are currently on a career break and considering to restart their career?
Yeah, so as I told, never miss an opportunity. It may come anytime, it may knock your door any moment. Just never ever, miss that opportunity. Also, just as we, put a lot of focus on networking. It is
Right.
really, really important. Very,
Hmm.
very important. Uh,
Right.
Apart from all this, even if you are not doing anything as of now, even if you don't have that mindset to start anything as of now, still
Hmm. Hmm.
anyone, you should start, learning a new skill or something new every day. Something new. It can be just a recipe. It can be just you have a question in your mind, why this thing happens like this. You have a question, go to Google, ask the question, read through it. Just read through some articles, some informative articles, something. In a day, at least spend 1 hour to increase your knowledge, to learn something. It really helps you over the time. It increases your vocabulary first of all,
Sure.
and plus it increases your knowledge when you have the topic in your mind. Okay, why these things happen like this. Later, if someone is asking that question in a big forum, you know the answer, you can answer it, right? So lot of things, there are a lot of mysteries in the world and Google is there to answer you. So learn every time, keep learning, at least 1 hour spend for learning.
So we need to be a lifelong learner in that case.
Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
definitely.
And see, what happens is when we make it a task, it becomes
Hmm.
like, okay, I have to learn this specific thing only. It is not possible. You lose that interest. So
Yes.
I'm not saying that you take a topic and learn about it. No,
Hmm.
whatever comes in your mind, just search, find out some resources, learn about it. So it can be anything. Also, just try to be, just believe in yourself. Surround yourself with people who encourage you, who motivate you. You do not need negative people in your life. Cut off all the toxic people from your life. You will feel so much happier from within if you just do that. It is really, really important.
Very important. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Your
So,
surrounding definitely is
correct.
important.
Your surroundings are really, really important. So
Yeah.
you cannot always, cut off everyone and everything, but
Hmm.
yeah, you can limit things, right?
Right.
So you know what is better for you, what is good for you, so you decide on that, right? It's very important. And self-care is also very important. If you are not happy, you cannot make anyone happy.
Yes.
So yeah,
So it
self-care,
should start
very
with you. Yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you maintain the work-life balance?
My work life, see, it again depends on what kind of work you are into, what kind of
Mm-hmm.
projects you are into. So my work is demanding, not always throughout the year. It is
Mm-hmm.
demanding only through some releases and all. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, you need to finish your work. Nobody questions you here. That is one good thing. If you have finished your job, if you have done it properly and correctly, and nobody will question you. No, but there's no micromanagement. So because of all those things, see, balancing work and life also depends on lot of things. How is your office culture, and how is the office environment, how is your work home environment, lot of things.
Lot of things.
So you have to balance between everything. So for me, I am blessed, my job is like that. It gives me a lot of opportunity to make it, very balanced kind of work. uh, Weekends specifically, I make it a point that I do not open my work laptop. It is only for family. We spend those 2 days together. We cook, we go out, we enjoy, whatever. But those 2 days are for us. Evening, I take out some time to sit with my daughter and make her study. That is also very important. Maybe not fully with her, but yeah, I just sit with her so that she has that thing in her mind. So you can take your steps. And as you told in the starting, planning. So when previous day I plan what I have to do professionally and personally, what are the things that I want to do. I create a task list,
So you do
priority
have
wise,
a prior at the end.
priority wise, huh. And
Okay.
priority wise, what
Priority
is
wise.
on more priority, that
Correct.
I finish first.
Mhm.
Work wise and personal wise as well. Also, you should not have that thing in mind that I have to complete everything. Again, that is not possible. If you are not
Very,
able
very
to
true.
complete a list, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't take stress. It's fine. If to not today, tomorrow it will go into priority and
Correct.
it will be done. Today, if not today, tomorrow it will be done. So that
Yeah,
is where
as
the
you said
priority
that
is
if you
set.
are prioritizing everything, which
Yes,
means yeah, you are not prioritizing actually
actually.
anything. Yeah,
True.
that's it.
So
Mm.
yeah, those are the few things to keep in mind. And
Mhm.
once I close down my laptop, I don't think about work. So yeah, that is how it is.
Mhm. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so now moving on to our rapid fire round, and
Okay.
I'll be asking you some questions, very quick questions. Okay,
Okay.
okay, all right. So, what is the best career advice you have ever received?
Best career advice is networking. This is the best one that I have received, and I have seen
And it
results.
has, yeah, yeah, paid back also. Yes,
Correct.
you have received the benefits of it.
Correct.
Mm. So, are you a book person?
No.
No.
No, I don't read books. I used to say I have read enough textbooks in my life. I don't want to read any books. But it is a very, very good habit to read books. And unfortunately, I couldn't get into that stage. But yes, I do read articles and, uh, some in news or something or the else. I keep reading on the net, but not book.
Okay. And you also said that you love cooking.
Yes.
What is, yeah, what should we eat when we are, when you invite us? What are you?
Whatever you want.
One dish?
One dish. If you are non-vegetarian, then mutton, of course, our Bengali style mutton,
Mhm.
and prawns butter garlic. That is my favorite one. I love
Mhm.
making that. So yeah.
That's
And vegetarians again, yeah, paneer. So
okay.
yeah, paneer, or I can make samosas, I can make golgappe, I can make vada pav, I can make anything and everything.
And if you could have any job in the world, what would it be? And the reason why?
Job.
And
Okay. There is this again my foodie comes out. There is this job profile which lets you, go to different restaurants and taste their new food or new items and things at the menu, the,
right.
in short. So yeah, I would love to do that job. Travel different places and eat.
Hmm, that sounds really interesting.
Yes.
I can be your buddy.
Let's see.
Hmm. And if you have to share one word to describe your career comeback journey, what will that be? Describe it in one word.
Wonderful. Just
Mhm.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. Once you are back in the system, uh, there is a lot that you need to learn because things have changed. And for me, it is a decade. So, yeah, things changed a lot. But still, it is always a new learning, as I told you. And wonderful journey as of now.
Any final piece of advice for all the women out there?
Yeah, just it really does not matter whether you're working, you're not working. It really does not matter. Do what you love to do. If you want to get into the system, get into the system. If you want to be a stay at home mom, be that. It's the biggest job, I feel, to
Right.
be, full time mother and full time at home. It is the biggest job that anyone can do. So yeah, it don't listen to people what others have to say about you. Be yourself, do what your heart says. That is what is important.
Very important. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You cannot take others' journey or others' path.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
have to decide and you have to
Don't
take
compare yourself to others. Their journey is different, your journey is different. Everyone
definitely
is following their own
all the
path.
challenges, everyone's
Correct.
challenge, everyone, yes.
Everything is
Capabilities, that's different,
true.
yes. So we have to analyze ourselves. That's
Correct.
again one thing
Yeah.
which, yeah, everyone should keep in mind. Yeah, that's okay. So, Parna, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And it was so nice to chit chat with you like this. Not in our
And I'm
casual
glad
ways.
that you are here. And for the viewers, so we'll be having more such inspiring women in our other talks as well. So stay tuned for that. And in case you have any queries, any questions which you would like to get answered, right? So you are feel free to comment. And I'll be sharing the link for that 3 days challenge, the breakthrough challenge. Sometimes it feels like a tongue twister, breakthrough. Okay, so you can join that.
Sure.
And I wish everyone success and may your journey be very easy. You get whatever you want and you turn all those breaks into breakthroughs.
Yes. All the best to everyone.
And I'll see you in the next breakthrough talks. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.